Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. JC here with another video on Action Taimanin. Today we're gonna check very quickly what you can get from the daily quest. But before we start, don't forget to leave a like, share and subscribe if you enjoy the content. So, a lot of people have been asking me what they should be farming on this campaign, because we have half daily quest AP consumption, so it is not an easy question to answer because each account has different needs. It's not the same if you're starting the game, if you're already tackling VR, or if you're already at step 100 on VR. So let's check what value and what resources you can get from these stages. So for daily quest ore, you're gonna get materials that enhance weapons, that awaken your character, and materials that you can use to craft Doki Doki presents. On that note, Doki Doki presents are important because you want to raise the affinity of your characters to unlock their affinity effects. For example, Francis is giving me item drop rate, and here I have more item drop rate. So you do want to enhance them. For the most part, it's not gonna be that taxing. I know it takes a lot of effort to reach affinity 15 or affinity 20, but you don't have to reach affinity 20 for most characters to get like a special benefit. It's just a handful. So the ones that you want to focus on are gonna be Shisui, Sakura, and Asuka for AP, and Kirara, Lina, and Sora for item drops. These are gonna optimize your farming, so be sure to get them. And from those, only Sakura, I think so, Sakura, Asuka, and Sora require you to reach affinity 20. The rest just need to go up to affinity 15, and that's it. Also, the benefit from awakening your characters, of course, is going to be a stat boost, that's for sure, but there's also the awakening skill points that you're going to get, which allow you to increase your damage, reduce cooldown, increase healing, and there's many effects. You can check them. And the benefit is that all your characters are gonna get that boost. So it is really good to spread out your awakenings and get all of them together. Yes, it's pretty normal to get a handful of characters to max awakening. That's pretty normal for tackling challenging content. But once you have your favorites, spread your resources evenly so that you are able to gain more awakening points. So that's what you get from ores. What about shards? Shards will be kind of the same, but instead of weapons, we're gonna be enhancing supporters. This item level up your supporters. With these ones, you can awaken your supporters, and with this one, you can awaken some characters. Like some characters use the purple one, some characters use the green one. And the Tomes of Secrets can be used to craft Doki Doki presents, just so that you know. So these are pretty similar and pretty useful. If you're starting the game and you don't have a character at level 75 or a character at 81, you should be tackling these. Like, these are the priority for newer players. And then we have the daily quest for bits and models. Bits and models is going to be really important for the mid game, because once you have a good amount of stats, you want to increase your damage by using the Magatamas, and the bits will allow you to reroll Magatamas. The core models are used to craft stuff as well as enhancing the facilities. Also remember, if you need the lower tier, go to the easy and normal. You can also dismantle them, but I mean, depending on where you are, you may be already farming on normal or easy. But in any case, let us continue. So, this very quickly, let's tackle those topics. So, for the facility, I have a video on the exchange facility if you want to check that. But basically, I don't think that I have any facility, but yeah, there would be an icon on top, I don't remember the site, that will allow you to use all the models to increase the level of the facility and thus its efficiencies, as well as slots of characters that you can put onto that facility. So be sure to upgrade them. You don't have to rush on this part. There are some sections that definitely take priority. For example, crafting. The crafting facility takes priority. The launch, the hot spring, and these three are also kind of good, but not as high priority as hot spring and launch. And then headmistress office, classroom, school field, and gym. Those are the ones that you want to upgrade first. So there's also the magatamas. For magatamas, that's gonna take you a while, and I mean a while. In my case, it took me like 4 or 5 dedicated farming farming sessions to actually get like a perfect magatama. I don't even remember. It takes a while depending on how much you're willing to spend. So do stock up those resources. And what you want to do, basically there are different kind of damage increase magatamas. Let me do this so that it's easier. Yeah. So the first that you should try to achieve is building some damage against all enemies magatamas. Yeah, damage against all enemies. And you're not gonna make them perfect from the start. Try to increase your damage. And then let's say that you make them perfect. This is your cap. You're gonna get how much? 3, 6, 7.5% damage increase. But let's just focus on a single bar. You get 1.5 damage increase. So first you go for the damage against all enemies. Then you want to go for anti-traits. I don't have a magatama for bosses, so I'll talk about the theory just like that. So anti-bosses magatamas give you a maximum of 2% damage increase. That is good, and it works for all the bosses. It's nice, but it's not really worth it to build those. Instead, you want to build anti-trait magatamas. For anti-trait magatamas, you're gonna be getting what you want to get above either 1.6, which is gonna be more damage than damage against all enemies magatama, or above 2.1, which is gonna be more damage than an anti-boss magatama. You don't want to try to force your way into making the perfect magatamas from the very start. You want to first have 4 anti-trait magatamas that give a decent amount of damage to that specific trait that you're tackling. And once you have those, you want to have 4 anti-traits for human, 4 anti-traits for demon, 4 anti-traits for machine. And once you're done with that, you can polish them to the point where they are perfect. And then you start making more so that you can tackle VR with your whole team with attack magatamas. But that takes a long time. Like, focus firstly on damage against all enemies, which is gonna work fine for the start of the game. So that's what you can do with this. Technically, you can also use this to enhance your crest, because if we go to the facility here, to the crafting facility, we're gonna see that we can craft with the SR beats the Crest of Mastery, which you use to reroll the crests. They are not like super amazing if you're a PvP enthusiast. Yes, maybe you want to craft those, but I have like disregarded them from the very start, so I'm not doing those personally. And the models. What can you do with the models other than enhancing the facilities? You can craft stuff like let's see. Yes, you can craft the books, but you don't want to do that. You can craft the SR bits. That is actually important to some degree. You can craft Doki Doki presents. These are the two recipes that you want to use. The one that use alloy ingot with certificate and the one that uses Tomes of Secret. We have another recipe that uses the ore and shards. Well, these are shards and these are ore with a core module high. But I mean, it's better to keep at least this much resources, like 2000, so that you're able to enhance your supporters whenever you get supporters. Like maybe this is a little bit too much, but do keep some of them. At the very least, like 500 or maybe 1000. If you have an excessive amount of these resources, yes, you can craft your Doki Doki present, sure. Lastly, we have gold. Gold is kind of required for anything in the game. So yes, you want to farm this. Once you're done with Magatamas, with Awakening characters, and I mean, I am technically not done, but I don't need more ore. I have enough gold. I mean, I don't need more gold. I have enough of that. But what can you do with any excess that you get? Well, there's things that you can do. First of all, you can spend it on the gold gacha. I know it sounds like pretty dumb, but it has its benefits. Number one, you can... let me just clear my inventory. So here, I do this and this. And let's do that one more time. You can get Doki Doki presents. Let's see if I find one here. And you can also get wood weapons. Can I get one wood weapon? Only one? I think not on this roll. Okay, we'll try it one more time because the wood weapons are really, really important. I know it seems like, why are they important? They are pretty mediocre. They are the lowest stat. They are basically just a skin. Yes. That's actually everything about that is correct. But there's something that you can do with those. Oh, excellent. Perfect. Just what I wanted to see. So, if we go to the inventory, we go to the weapons, we dismantle, and we take N for normal, we are receiving cutting fluid. This is an unlimited way, an F2P, to farm cutting fluid. You can farm on the secret dailies, sure, but you have a limited amount of runs. And this is unlimited, you just get cutting fluids. With the cutting fluids, you will be able to craft ritual bells if you want. The exchange rate is not that great, but in case you're desperate for ritual bells, you can do it. It's fine. You can spend your resources however you want. And you're gonna need the resources to enchant weapons so that you increase your stats. Lastly, we have the secret dailies. The secret dailies are special challenging content. Fortunately, it has different difficulties. If it's too much for you, you can just go to a difficulty that you can clear. And you want to do this every day so that you get the elements and the orbs, because these allow you to enchant your weapon, thus increasing their stats, and also your supporters, thus increasing the HP and defense. So they are really, really important. You get some fragments that you can craft for the equivalent rarity on whichever color you want, but that uses cutting fluid. That's why I say it's important. And yeah, it takes a lot of time to get enough resources, and it is kind of a hassle. But fortunately, you can farm with a bunch of characters in one go. Like some time ago, it was just the one character who you were going to farm with, and you have to do it for like the 20 characters we had. But now you can do them on batches, and you can use the retry tickets to unlock the character, your strongest character, so that it clears the whole thing by herself. So yeah, that's kind of the benefit and the things that you can do with this. Let me check. Like, yeah, that's about it. So be sure to farm as much as possible. I know it's a hassle, but it's definitely worth it, especially if you decided to activate your heavy Shika pack like I did, the one that they gave us for free. I used one of the 2 potions that I had because I'm gonna be farming a lot right now. So that's it for today. I hope you find this useful, and be sure to let me know in the comments what you're going to farm. See you guys. Bye.